In New York City, the dedicated professionals who investigate vicious felonies are members of the elite squad known as the Special Homicide Unit. These are their stories.
Okay, Elliot, here's the scene of the crime.
Let's hope they got that body in the bag. Atticus Finch, 47 years old, English professor, knife wound to the chest.
Pretty professional outfit, huh? Who would kill an English teacher?
Who would kill the cat in the hat?
The guy told me about.
Yeah, let's go in. Detective Elliot Stabler.
Detective Liv Benson.
Have you ever seen this girl?
In fact, I do know her. She comes in here all the time with her mother. They're very wealthy. They shop here all the time.
This is where the guy works.
Let's see what we can find out about this guy. Detective Stabler, NYPD.
Detective Benson, we have a few questions.
I'm James Benson, head librarian, happy to help.
Any idea why the dead guy was dressed in Cat in the Hat?
And this knife was sticking in him?
Well, Dr. Finch comes here every year on Dr. Seuss Day and reads to the kids Cat in the Hat and is always dressed as Cat in the Hat.
Okay, thank you.
Such a horrible thing that happened to him. Such an avid reader.
Who's the prime suspect?
I think Haley's the killer. Haley, right?
We'd like you to come with us.
Listen, I don't know what you think I did, but I didn't do anything.
We are investigating the murder of your English teacher, Mr. Finch.
What was your relationship with Mr. Finch?
I don't know. I mean, I thought we had a pretty good relationship, but then he didn't want to write my recommendation for Harvard.
And that made you pretty angry, didn't it, Haley?
Listen, you guys don't understand the pressure my parents put on me to go to Harvard, and he took that away from me.
Clearly, you have motive. What was your involvement in the murder?
I was not involved in his murder. I did not kill him.
We have evidence that you were involved in the murder. You know it, I know it, and she knows it.
Talk to us. Talk to us, Haley.
Tell us the truth. This is right. Would Haley have any reason to harm Mr. Finch?
Why no, Officer Stabler. Haley is a lovely young lady. She's been brought up perfectly. She would never do anything to Mr. Finch.
We believe that Haley was at the crime scene.
Our daughter? The daughter of 2 Harvard graduates, no less? No, preposterous.
Absolutely outrageous.
Mr. Wright, why are you so defensive?
I won't be subject to such interrogation. An Ivy League graduate from
Charlie!
I'm so sorry. My husband is very, very upset about this. He really wanted our daughter to get into Harvard. And Mr. Finch did not write the recommendation letter, and he's rather upset about it.
What do you got for us, Smith?
I traced the serial number on the knife to a restaurant in the Upper East Side that Haley works at. I looked up the blood on the knife, and there were 3 types. Haley's, the victim's, and also her father's. But the only fingerprints that were on the knife were her father's.
Have you ever seen this knife before?
No.
It has your father's fingerprints on it.
If you want to go to any sort of college, Haley, you better start talking.
Please, it wasn't all my fault.
You were trying to save Mr. Finch, weren't you?
After I didn't get my recommendation letter, Dad went crazy. He wouldn't stop calling Mr. Finch and going to his house and the school. And I tried to tell him to stop. But then one day, when Mr. Finch was having his annual reading, he went to the library and he followed him. And I didn't know what to do. I was worried, so I followed him too. And then I got there, and there was a scuffle, and I didn't know what to do. I tried to help. Mr. Finch, but I couldn't. And I got my hand cut, and then it was too late. Mr. Finch was dead, and my dad had done it.
Haley, we're going to have a talk with your father.
A serious talk. Mr. Wright, you're under arrest for the murder of Atticus Finch.
That charlatan! You should have just written my daughter that recommendation letter like you promised!
No leads.
All right.
Detective Benson.
Okay, we'll do it. Another walk. Ready? And
What is that?
you're gonna do this.
Angry.
Wait, so what?
These guys. All right, ready? And
No, you have it.
You didn't want to write my recommendation.
and go.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay. And that made you pretty angry. You gotta. What do you got for this? That's supposed to be the one. Remember? Okay, ready? And